Hey guys, what's going on? So as you can see, I've been building Burn the Boats, and in fact, it's almost ready for launch. So I wish I had done another video a few days ago just to show what the site looked like after I built just the basic functionality, because as you can see, I've added some fonts, I've added the spacing, I've made it, you know, I've styled it. And I actually style it after I build the functionality just to separate those concerns because styling it is way different from building it, just in the same way as writing the copy is much different from building it as well, right? So as someone who's just doing this all myself right now, you really have to be aware of that and kind of resist the temptation to context switch. When you're implementing the code, you don't want to be making it pretty, you don't want to be writing copy because it's just not an efficient way to go. So I'll just show you the website and how it works, and I'll try not to spend too much time on the obvious here. But I will point out just a few things. I guess starting from the top here, crappy logo, right? Two emojis. These are literally just emojis I copied and pasted here, and it's text. So I can highlight it. So why did I do that? Well, speed is of the utmost importance. And yeah, you can make a better logo. And in fact, it's actually pretty easy to make a better logo. And maybe that's something I should in fact do. But these little additions add up. So this is a minimum viable product. I like to launch them every 1 to 2 weeks because the longer you go, the more risky it is because you're investing more time and more money into it, your opportunity cost, and you're just not sure if people are going to use it at all. So I'm happy with this logo for now. It's fine. Um, Another thing to point out, just kind of obvious but emotionally appealing hook here. You want to basically say what the website, the service is going to help you do. In this case, the goal here is to help you achieve things that you would not otherwise be able to do without using the service. And if you use a service, it's certainly going to help motivate you. So I kind of explain what it is here in the subtitle. And again, I wish I'd done a previous video because this used to be a lot longer. But when you're talking about the hook, that's just the first entry part of the website here, really important to keep it short and just explain what it is. Don't necessarily explain how it works completely. Just give people enough so that they're kind of compelled to look into it more. So that's why I kind of add this thing here, some inspirational examples, as well as just like a hint about what the kind of thing is. You're going to make some kind of statement, a commitment statement on your honor. So a little intense, right? So hopefully that inspires people to come down here a little bit. Maybe they can already see the top of this section and they're, hopefully they want to read it. So again, the explanation, I'm not going to read it or really explain it here because I've already done it in the previous video, but basically just, give your goal, list people who are going to hold you accountable. Yeah. And then here it is. I'll talk about this in a second, but here's the actual site. Just pretend this thing is not here for now. So you'll just be able to come down and there's the form right there on the front page. Put in your goal, list your accountability buddies, and name your bailout price. Next, confirm, and you're ready to go. That's it. So you come to the site and everything is right there on the front page. Now, what is this thing here? I plan to launch on a service called betalist.com, which is basically a mailing service to access early adopters. And their requirement is that they only list websites that are in private beta mode. That just means you cannot sign up from the front page. You cannot do anything except for provide your email address for more info. So that's why that's here, and that's why these forms are actually disabled. So if I click on it, sorry, it's in private beta. So what I'll do now is I'll just run you through the website how an initial user is going to use it. So they open up their email, they see a betalist.com mailing list, and they say, oh, burn the boats, that sounds interesting. Okay, what's the site? They read everything, they come down here, burn the boats, I'm going to enter my email. Great, so now I'm going to click the link in my email, which is going to give me instant access to the site. So it's going to bring me back to that front page. All right, I just clicked the email, so yeah, it brought me back to the front page, but now as you can see, there's no more sign up link. There's just the form, and we can enter whatever the hell we want. So losing £1, very ambitious goal here. And I'm going to try to lose £1 by next week, and my initials there. Let's say we want to email Mr. John Franklin here, Mr. JF, fake email. And what is my bailout price going to be? I already explained this in the previous video, but don't want to set it too low. So let's make it 5,000. Whoops. Let's make it $5,000. So if I want to If I'm too embarrassed because I wasn't able to lose 1 pound in 1 week, and I don't want John Franklin to know I have to pay $5,000 to rescind that email. So here is the confirmation page. To proceed, I have to enter my name and email, which I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to agree to the terms and conditions, the rules, and I've read the FAQ. It's a little blurb here about why it's required, to identify you to your email recipients, and mainly to make sure that someone isn't making a goal on your behalf. Obviously, that would not be good. And also, it does send out reminders, a couple of reminders before your goal due date. Confirm. Yes, I am sure. I know this cannot be undone. Last step, confirm your email. So normally, remember, the beta list confirmation thing is not going to be there. So normally we only have to confirm our email one time. But anyway, I'm going to go confirm it now. All right, confirmed. So here we go. If at any other point you log in, you'll be able to see this page again. If you go to your contracts, it's listed right here. So I've burned the boats. Here's a copy of my contract. And in 1 week, John's going to be emailed unless I pay $5,000 by clicking here. And this is test mode here, so this is not going to actually do anything. Entering my email. Bogus card. Pay $5,000. And we'll see what happens here. All right, my email will not be sent. Thank you for your payment. Okay. So I've just spared myself the embarrassment of having John learn of my goal to lose 1 pound, which I was not able to do. So there you go. That's pretty much the site. There's just, I'll show you a few more things here. The About page, so I've kind of worked on the copy here. Have the link here to the Derek Sivers video that I talked about in the first video on this app. I also linked to the research. So there's, I mentioned the research on the first page. If you click on it, it comes to this section of this page. And I basically covered my bases talking about the basic rules here. And there's actually a separate rules little section here. And basically the only rule is that there's no way to prevent your email from being sent unless you pay the bailout fee, which you can only pay with credit card. It's all an automated system, right? So that's what I want people to realize. I don't want people emailing me and saying, okay, can you make an exception? I really screwed up, or I just have to edit the goal slightly. Sorry, nothing I can do. It's in the system. The only way to do it is to pay the bailout fee, and that's it. So what's the next step? I'm going to pretty it up a little bit more. Again, I'm hesitant to do too much more to it, even though it obviously is not the best looking site in the world. I think it gets the point across though. So yeah, next step is launching on betalist.com. And by the way, I'm not affiliated with Betalist at all. It's just a great way to launch apps that you're just launching, obviously. And can help you get up to 500, I think, initial users, depending on the nature of the app, of course. So we'll see how it does. Honestly, I have no idea if anyone is going to use this. Now, I think some people will because, as I mentioned in the first video, people use a similar service on Focal Point, another app I've made. There's like a micro part of it that does something similar to this, getting people to check up on you when your goal is due. So I think some people will use it. I don't know if anyone's going to pay the bailout fee, but I'm just excited to see what happens. So yeah, the next video will be about the launch. So please subscribe if you haven't already to stay following this adventure. And yeah, and also check out burntheboats.org. I think it'll be probably up by the time you're reading this. So if you're watching this, so if you want to test it out, feel free to do so. And that's it for now. So I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.